Hey, grade sevens, we're back and we're going to be working with these fractions or better mixed numbers. Okay, we'll read the problem together. We've got James is making a batch of cookies. He uses 3 1/3 cups of flour and 2 1/2 cups of sugar. In total, how many cups of dry ingredients does James use? Okay, so we're going to be adding to see what his total dry ingredients are. Okay? And before you can add mixed numbers, the first thing that you have to do is convert them into an improper fraction. Okay? And you might remember from a previous video that that is helped by changing it with the hint WD plus N. Okay, so the whole number multiplied by the denominator, add the numerator. Okay, so you could look at it like this. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. And we'll leave that over the original denominator of 3. And on this side, same idea. We're going to multiply the whole number by the denominator and add the numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Okay, now what we'll notice is that we need to make an equivalent fraction with the same denominator. Okay, so you can make your list of multiples for those two denominators and find out which one is the lowest common denominator. Now, by making that list, I'll discover that my lowest common denominator is 6. Okay, so then we try to figure out how did I get from the denominator of 2 to the denominator of 6? I multiplied by 3. How did I get from the denominator of 3 to the denominator of 6? I multiplied by 2. Now, what you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So that becomes 10 multiplied by 2, which would become 20. And 5 multiplied by 3 becomes 15. Now, because my fractions have the same denominator, I can add those across, which would become 35 over 6. Okay. Now, am I done? Nope. I have to do something. I'm just going to move that over there. I have to reduce this and reduce it into a mixed number. Okay, and how do I do that? Was to do my long division. So 6 or 35 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into 35? I know by my multiplication that that would go in 5 times. Okay, and so that becomes your remainder. Okay, so this becomes your whole number. The remainder becomes your numerator, and of course, this is your denominator. So I would rewrite this as 5 and 5/6. Now, of course, if this fraction could be reduced, then you would do that. Otherwise, you know that that is correct. Now, one way you could do a quick check, do the WD plus N again. All right, 5 times 6 is 30, plus 5 would be 35 over 6, which means that they match, and therefore I could put this into a sentence saying that James would use 5 and 5/6 dry ingredients in this recipe. Okay, give a couple practices and then review this video if you need to reminder of the steps.